Hi Scorpio, it's Skalisa T. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel to see what I see for you guys for the first half of July 2019, July 1st through the 15th already. Good God. Happy summer solstice that just passed, and happy 4th of July since you guys will be watching this during this time period. So let's see what I can tap into for you guys. And I just want to say, as always, guys, that not all messages are going to resonate with everybody watching. That's totally fine. If this doesn't, jive with you, feel free to kind of throw out what doesn't resonate here and come back to me next week for the weekly elementals, because that may resonate a little bit more since we tap into different things as different times as readers. And if you need me to look into your situation a little bit closer, feel free to contact me at the email address below, and I would be very happy to do that for you. For you guys, I'm going to use one of my favorite decks, which is the Tarot Illuminati. You guys will see why. And let's just jump right into it. All right, what is going on for my Scorpio crew for the first half of July? All right, guys. Okay, I'm feeling like it's going to be a pretty tumultuous first half of July for you guys. I'm seeing that recently you guys may have rejected some kind of an offer with the Four of Cups, or somebody could have rejected your offer, but either way, this is about not taking some kind of an emotional offer. And I feel like it's definitely somebody had reached out talking about some form of emotion or passion, and I feel like you had to make some kind of a decision when it came to the Lovers, right? Lovers are about decisions in general, but it's also about divine union. It symbolizes sometimes like, true lovers, okay? Let's look a little bit deeper into this. Let's see what this has to do with. Well, I'm getting a lot of major arcana, guys. So what that means is that what you're going through in the next couple of weeks, and what you've probably already been through a little bit, is divinely guided. Okay, so this is stuff that's happening for your own good, though it may not feel like it. I know how that is. But with all the planetary stuff going on, I think we have Mercury retrograde is coming, and then we've got, we just had the full moon in Sagittarius, and we've got some kind of eclipse coming up this month. There's going to be a lot of major things going on that are going to make you feel as though, everything that you thought was, your plan is going to be questioned. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing here. I feel like, for those of you who have been offered some kind of, emotional gift and you didn't feel like it was right to take it, perhaps because you were a little bit jaded from the past, I do feel like during this time you could kind of have a, complete turnaround from that, and you might actually start considering taking this. For those of you who reached out and you extended some kind of an emotional offer and perhaps it wasn't accepted, I feel like somebody is going to be coming back around, and I do feel like you are going to learn some kind of truth with it, with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is about intellectual epiphanies, the truth, harsh reality, okay? And I feel like, you're going to judge the situation. There's going to be judgment here. And this also goes in line with what I was just saying about, if you rejected somebody or somebody rejected you, I do feel like there is going to be a real reevaluation of the situation with that judgment card, because the judgment card also talks about, resurrecting something. And if you look at it, this is the typical depiction of things, they're being, risen from their graves, right? And I feel like, something that you guys thought was settled that may have happened, like the first part of June is what I'm getting, through June. Maybe you thought something was settled with a rejection, but I do feel like it's coming back around for you guys. So, you may have walked away with the Eight of Cups, but I do feel, or somebody walked away, I do feel like this is going to get reevaluated. Because I do feel like there's going to be a change of emotion here with the Queen of Cups. And Scorpios are water signs, so that means that you're going to kind of get back to who you are and get back into your feelings about this kind of stuff. And ooh, just as I say that, Scorpio, we get the love card. Yay! That's amazing. This combined with that Lovers card, this is talking about divine partnership, divine union, okay? Let's look a little bit deeper into that before we get too excited. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm tapping into. I feel like you guys have the chance to start some kind of a new love endeavor, okay? But there's something that you lament over with the past, with the Five of Cups, that keeps you in a state of just kind of looking at things a little bit too logically with the King of Swords, right? You may be, trying to restrain your emotions, trying to back away from what you feel, because you're holding on a little bit too tightly to something that happened in the past that hurt you, okay? And I don't feel that this is the same thing. If something, the thing that's being resurrected, I don't feel like that's what this is. I feel like this was before that, okay? So this is an old wound. This is an old wound that's coming back up, and what it does is it makes you put up your walls, and, it's hard for people to penetrate that. So I feel like, that's something, it's an old belief system, it's an old value system that you're going to have to kind of destroy. And that's what the Tower card means. Tower card is about, destroying shaky foundations, old values that are no longer of use to you. Those have to be destroyed, and those have to be done away with, okay? Because I am picking up on that, subconsciously, Scorpio, you guys want love, right? You want that relationship. You want your partnership if you don't already have it, right? And, it's hard to, keep extending ourselves if we've been hurt in the past, because it's like, well, I've done that before and I just got hurt and I had to get over it, right? And being an emotional water sign, you are very led by your feelings, and, perhaps in the past that led you down darker paths that didn't really come out to anything that you really wanted, okay? But it was for your best good, believe it or not. But I feel like this is, really touching upon an old wound, Scorpio, that you guys are going to have to bring some kind of closure to, okay? Not everybody is like this ex-lover of yours that, it didn't work out with. And I think that's important for you to start taking stock of. Because I do feel that if you were the ones that rejected some kind of an offer, you may have been a bit preemptive with that. And I feel like that's why it's coming back around, because the universe is like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to pass this up, right? And I feel like if you were the one that was rejected by somebody, I feel like it's because you were exuding this, basically like this wall, this shield that they could feel that they were not going to be able to penetrate. You know what I mean? And for somebody who is a little bit shy about, getting into a relationship, if they see that it's going to be extra hard, they're going to tend to kind of walk away from it. But I do feel for these people that I'm talking to, that person is going to start looking at you in a different light, with that Ace of Swords. It's kind of clarity and things like that. So they will give another chance. And with that, Wheel of Fortune card that we saw earlier, this is about fate, karma, and destiny. It's also about quick opportunity. So, should this person come back around to you again, that you may have rejected, right, out of fear that this person's going to be the same old, I would say go ahead and try to give this person a chance, okay? And if this person comes back around that, rejected you, try to put your pride aside. I know that's hard, especially if you've been hurt before, but do try to do that, because I do feel with that Wheel of Fortune card that this is about fate, karma, destiny. So this could be about some kind of a soul connection, because remember, you guys got the Two of Cups and that Lover's card, which together, that is about a union, a soul union, right? Twin flames, soulmates, however you view that, okay? But it is about, something that can be very beneficial for you on a soul level, okay? Let's look a little bit deeper. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to go over for this. Whatever this is, you're going to be very divided with the Two of Swords, okay? So again, if somebody's coming back around towards you that you rejected, or that, rejected you, you're going to be like, I don't know what this means. I don't know how to handle this. I don't really know how to reconcile this in my head. But with the Fool card, yeah, I do feel like the ones I'm tapping into, that you are going to take that leap of faith. And I do feel like when this opportunity comes back around for you, I feel like you guys are going to be ready this time. I do. I feel like that wall is going to start coming down, because you are going to take a look at those old wounds that causes you to really be overprotective of yourself. And I do feel like you are going to bring some healing for that. So what I would suggest for that is, you know, there's all kinds of wonderful guided meditations on YouTube. I always recommend that to my clients. You know, look into healing the heart chakra and the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, because those are the ones that are usually activated by relationships, in my opinion. So I would definitely work on those to try to heal these old traumatic wounds that are keeping you from moving forward and from taking that leap of faith. Okay, you may not have been ready before, Scorpio, or this person may not have been ready, and they, you know, they may have preemptively rejected you because they saw that wall. Maybe they weren't ready to do the work to try to, you know, coax you out of that wall, right? So I feel like you are going to be getting some kind of a second chance here, and I feel like you guys need to jump on that, okay? Definitely need to jump on that. But first, take these couple of weeks to do the soul work, to do that, you know, the repairs that you need so that you can start healing these old wounds, so that when your chance comes around again, you're not so anxious over it. You're not so divided. You're not so worried that you're going to make the wrong decision because you're going to hurt yourself. Does that make sense? Let me see if there's one last thing I need to tell you guys. Yep, and this goes perfectly. 8 of Swords. Step out of your comfort zone, guys. You know, stop taking comfort from your discomfort, okay? This is about, you know, not trusting taking a leap of faith, not trusting, you know, getting out of your little shell of distrust, okay? She does not look happy, right? It's basically like putting yourself in a situation where you're just kind of at the mercy of fate, of universe. And, you know, that can be very, very confusing. That can be depressing. That can make you feel like, you know, you're in some kind of a limbo, when really all she needs to do is free herself and, you know, remove that blindfold so that she could see what's ahead of her, okay? And that's what the big message is for you guys for the first couple weeks of July, is start doing some work on these old wounds, whether that be through Reiki energy or through visualization, through journaling, however you handle that, these guided meditations. Start bringing some healing to that stuff so that your wall can come down a little bit, so that you can start inviting in the love that I know you guys want, right? So, you know, it's there for you. I do feel like there is a divine union just a step ahead of you guys, but you have to start doing the work to be able to invite that in for yourselves, okay? All right, my beautiful, sexy Scorpio, I hope that was helpful for you. Again, if you need me to look into your situation a little bit deeper, contact me at the email address below. Otherwise, I will definitely be back next week for the weekly elementals, and then again to see what takes place for the second half of July, okay? All right, Scorpios, I will be seeing you guys soon. I love you. Bye.